Susangma, every Garo, upon hearing this name, is reminded of a folk tale or a lok katha that has been passed down through the generations since the beginning of the Garo tribe. And when I learned about this story of Susangma, I fell in love with it. It made me feel that I should share it with all of you. So here it is. A long time ago, in the land of Garo Hills, there lived a goddess named Susangma, and she was so beautiful that even the sun rays seemed dull in comparison. Her beauty was unlike anything in the world had ever seen. So today during my journey, I will tell you the whole story, but that will come as the journey will progress. Hey all! Welcome once again to another day, another story from Meghalaya. Today is day 425 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip, and this is the third day of cycling here in Meghalaya. Last night I slept at a petrol pump in a city called Nengalgare, Nengkalgre. I bid them goodbye after having a cup of tea offered by the kind staff there at the pump. Time was 7 o'clock. I arrived here last night. Today's target is William Nagar. I started little late because I was working on a video. One day, the sun god himself saw Susangma and became obsessed with her. He wanted to marry her at any cost. But Susangma, she refused because she was already in love with a human and she did not wish to be with anyone else. Luckily, here in this area, the road conditions are really good. Not any major business they have in Meghalaya. Most of the products are being sold, are manufactured there in Assam. Even the biscuits, water bottles, whatever the products I have seen, they are from Assam. This is the downhill I'm enjoying right now. Yeah, good. It was not a sharp turn. Saved because brakes are not really effective these days. Not very high mountains in this area, but those will be near to the Shillong because Shillong is on a very high altitude. So I will be climbing for next few days. Oops, suddenly I realized about a big mistake of mine. See, what mistake I made? I kept my phone here. Luckily, it has not fallen. Saved, man, saved. Did you see how lucky I was? God is very kind to me, but the sun god was not at all kind to Susangma. So when Susangma refused the sun god's proposal, he could not accept the rejection. His anger burned like fire and he decided to punish her. So being the sun god, he unleashed his scorching heat upon the land. He was trying to burn Susangma. But as Susangma is, she was not an ordinary woman. She was a goddess, a powerful and fearless goddess. She fought back with all her strength. And this is how a great battle began between the sun god and Susangma. It was similar to the battle which is happening between me and this climb. See, when you climb on the top, you see this kind of a downhill, and I really enjoy it because the road conditions are amazing. The locality, see how big it is. Name of this locality is Watergre, Watergre. Hello. Okay. That is the building of a church, beautifully made, all with concrete and the metal sheets. These are the kind of houses they have. That's a bus stop roadside. Another coat of Bible. Students are going to the schools and the locals are very nicely tiled a house. Hello. He's carrying his children behind him. Wow. That is the shop, if you see. A small stall made with bamboo and the metal sheets. So that's a house of a family. Most of the shops are still closed, not opened yet. Look at this building, 100% made with the bamboo. Those are the paddy fields in the background, and those are few of the houses which you can see on that small mountain or a small hill. The building of a school. On every turn they have written slow. And see, I'm at the corner of the hill, and that's the building of another school. So there are two school buildings, and that is the playground there. I was meeting with locals on this ride. Things were fun for me and I was enjoying it. But for Susangma, that battle, that fight with the sun god was not at all fun. The battle between both of them kept going for many days. The land of Meghalaya was burning because of the fierce battle. The sun was blazed fiercely, trying to overpower her, but Susangma stood strong.
Finally, after a very long struggle, she defeated the mighty sun god. Wounded and humiliated, he had no choice but to retreat. Though the battle between two of them was over, but this battle left the earth burning. The intense heat made it impossible for Susangma to live in the open. Do you know what? Life is never easy, especially if you are not strong enough. Now look at this poor dog.
That's the dog ran away. I wanted to give her this. She's running faster because I'm approaching her. Hello. We'll drop them there on that side so that she can eat. Yellow. She ran away. Come on. Come back.
Even though I'm trying to help her, she is not ready to accept the help.
She ran to that side.
Sometimes there are situations where we cannot do anything. So Susangma was also caught in the similar kind of a situation where she could not do anything much. Though she could defeat the mighty sun god, but after the battle, the land was not in condition to live anymore. So Susangma hid deep inside a cave to protect herself. And there in the safety of that cave, time passed, and on one day she gave birth to a child, a son. Somehow in her life the happiness returned, just as it has returned for me while riding through such a beautiful location on such a stunning road. It was 8:30 am and I had not taken any rest. I found a roadside bamboo stall. I leaned my bicycle against its support and I sat there and rested for almost 30 minutes. Locals were traveling on their vehicle. A cow was grazing the grass among the bushes. A local man was taking his animals to a place where he could tie them with that long rope, and in the evening, once they are done with the grazing, he can come back and take them home. I saw a signboard telling me that I was entering to East Garo Hills from the West Garo Hills.
Rongalgare is the name of this place. Very few shops, small looking one. So most of the population you will not find it on the roads. That's the different or unique thing about Meghalaya. But I like these kind of bamboo huts a lot. They look so beautiful. Church which is made here. See how it is. See how they are carrying the water using a bamboo pipe. This is the bamboo cut in half. And they are carrying the water from somewhere using it. It is the vegetable market here. Looking good. I'm climbing most of the time. This is a place where I'm approaching now.
Do you know what can happen if the sun god is angry? The temperature on earth rises, which can make life hell for humans.
And this bright sunlight brought lots of heat. And I'm sweating very badly. All sweat. It is going in my own eyes. Oh my god, it's so difficult to ride in such a sunlight.
Now imagine the Susangma, what she must have gone through. So she was hiding deep inside the cave to protect herself from this heat. She stayed there for many months and one day she gave a birth to a child, a son. After a long struggle in her life, finally she could find some happiness, and I found some happiness in my life. And it came in the form of a downhill ride through this beautiful location.
Right now I'm riding on the top of the hill. How small that village is. I mean, these are the shops only, not the actual village. Village is usually behind somewhere, not here. That was the market and the village is here, just behind them. See, these all are the shops. There are many options where I can eat, but not eating because I'm not feeling hungry.
I thought of having a cup of coffee, which I made that morning and carried in my thermos bottle. Can you imagine this beautiful view? Like standing roadside among the green mountains and sipping coffee. Wow, what a feeling. Please tell me, if you get a chance to do so, how will you feel? I would love to hear from you in the comment section.
1 o'clock, but nobody is here. They have made these stalls, but all of them are empty. Why? Nobody knows. I can see one of the shop, but nobody else. And there the somebody sitting. They're not selling anything. There's a church over there. And this is how the road and the view are. Few houses, very less population.
So when I'm riding here on these roads, they are reminding me about the roads which were there in Tamil Nadu, Kodaikanal. Those were the bad examples. That is how the road should not be made, and this is a good example. This is how the road should be made.
Let me show you what I have just been through. I got down from there and climbed on this road. So when I met with the accident, it was because of the bad or wrong way of making the roads. This is how it should be built. No very sharp turns and U-turns. It has to be a balanced kind of up and downhill. See, this is how they cut the stone and made this road among this mountain. And it looks so beautiful.
For a very long time, Susangma could not come out of the cave and she lived there with her son. And meanwhile here, on this earth, I was still struggling to find something to eat. So this city name is Ronkem, Rongkem, where a local weekly market is bustling. There were many shops, including the food shops. And I went to the first one. There I came to know this.
मिलेगा खाने को?
चावल मिलेगा।
चावल है, चावल के साथ क्या है?
चावल के साथ कुछ भी नहीं है, हम तो नाफा बनाया है।
ये क्या खा रहे हैं?
ये तो मीट
मीट है ये?
शुगर का मीट।
सब्जी दाल?
दाल वाल नहीं।
दाल वाल नहीं है?
क्या खाएगा आप? कुछ भी नहीं।
कुछ भी नहीं है।
पोटा का सब्जी है, वो उधर में बेंगोली दुकान।
As suggested by that dhaba owner, I went to another shop nearby. Here the life of the locals seems very challenging and difficult. But the people here, even the kids, they are rough and tough. They are living a raw life.
बेटा इधर
हाँ, शिलोंग जा रहा हूँ।
ये मार्केट है बावंडा बाजार।
I set one of the table and ordered for sabji bhat. And this is when something interesting happened.
हमारी तरफ से भाई।
जलेबी आपकी तरफ से है?
मेरे तरफ से।
क्या बात है, नाम बताइए अपना।
नाम है मुस्तफा।
मुस्तफा भाई की तरफ
मुस्तफा।
से जलेबी खा रहा हूँ। थैंक यू ये देखिए।
So while having my meal, I observed the surrounding. See how this kid is drinking water. Look at that woman carrying her baby. How the pakoras are being made. An old man was sipping tea. Another man was drinking water directly from a jug. The women were shopping and the locals were selling their product on the ground. And look at these cute siblings.
मुस्तफा भाई,
हाँ भाईजान।
थैंक यू। जलेबी का रह गया, बाकी मैंने पे किया। बाय बाय।
These kind of weekly markets are organized in these village area here. This happens once. On that day, the locals come to the market and buy all their household items for the entire week. So after the meal, I went back, picked up my bicycle and started riding again.
So these are the places: Tura, Jangjal and Asnang. That is how it is. Currently, I am crossing a forest reserve area. This is the part of a forest which you can see. I have observed one thing, that Garo people are not very much into the preservation of the nature because they throw plastic everywhere. Same thing I have seen there in the Sikkim people also. But I don't know how. Sikkim was a little more clean than this. This kind of plastic you will see both the sides of the road. And this is being thrown not by the tourists, because this is thrown by the Garo people themselves.
I rested under a roadside shed for almost an hour. From this place, Shillong is 237 km and Songsak is 21 km. Soon after a ride, I arrived to a junction. If I take the right turn, I would reach to Williamnagar. But for the Shillong, I have to take the left turn.
This is me riding.
Soon I was crossing a village. This is how the village life looks here.
Hi.
My water bottles were empty, so the moment I found a roadside water source, I refilled both of them. Till now, from the last many kilometers, I have been enjoying the downhill ride.
Climbing this, I'm gaining the altitude. Riding parallel to the beetle trees. I see where I have come. I think few more meters to climb and then there'll be a downhill starting after that. So it's make me sweat badly whenever I climb.
These are some of the lessons I have learned during my journey, which I am sharing with all of you.
I like the mountains because after each and every climb there is a downhill which you will always enjoy. So it is like the life. There's a pain, there's a freedom. Pain is always safe, freedom is risky. This kind of downs you will find. It can eat the whole car, whole truck, auto, bike, everything. So I'm buying banana, 50. 50 rupees.
Apa nih? Seperti ya. Sotong anu enggak, Pak.
जैसा
खा सकते हैं ना इसको? Oh goodness, see the color. She said that is 100, this is 50. I said okay. So 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, 8, 2, 10, 2, 12. Okay. Okay.
Through this experience, I have learned that women can be much more successful than the men if they do the businesses. See how she changed the price based on the kind of a customer she had. From this point onward, the easy part of the journey ended and I began climbing mountains.
I'm crossing many mountains, huh? So this is the one which you can see on the front. That is the road somewhere here that I have to cross. It makes you feel tired all the time. Going up, down, up, down.
And because of that climb, the journey was slowed down significantly. And you know what? The most difficult part of my journey was approaching. I met with the motorcyclist and see what he said.
रात में तो मिलेगा तो मत करना, ना कि दिन में जाओ।
अब तो अंधेरा हो गया।
हाँ, अंधेरा।
कहीं रुक जाओ रास्ते में, आप बोल रहे हैं ना?
हाँ,
मतलब रात में सेफ नहीं है, रात में नहीं जाना है।
रात में तो मत जा।
6 बजे तक चल सकता है, ठीक है?
हाँ, मनी रात में जाएगा तो।
कोई पेट्रोल पंप है इस रोड पे?
पेट्रोल पंप तो है लेकिन थोड़ा दूर होता है तो।
किसी घर के पास रुक जाऊंगा फिर, ठीक है? मैं ध्यान रखूंगा आपकी बात। हाँ, ओके। To go this next locality, I'm not sure how far it is because the internet is not working in this area and it's getting dark very quickly. Hear the sound. After listening to that warning, I'm trying to climb as quickly as possible and it's an area where nobody is seen. And all climb, I'm so tired. I wish I could reach to the next locality and ask for permission to stay and sleep. There is no pump in this area. I'm analyzing different places where I can stay. So I'll be checking with the locals in some time and see if they can allow me to stay somewhere. It's all dark. I was feeling so cold because of wet clothes. I also need to take the lights on because it is getting dark.
Soon I was riding in the dark with the help of my headlamp.
Okay, I'm able to find the light and install it on my helmet. Fine, I think I can ride. Let's go.
Based on my previous day's experience, I had decided that I will not be riding in the dark, but once again I found myself in the same situation. After a ride of almost 1 hour, I found a locality with many shops which were made with the metal shades. There I saw 2 of the locals standing. I called them for the help.
हेलो हेलो, कैसे हैं? ठीक है? हाँ जी ठीक है, ठीक है।
कहाँ से आए?
चंडीगढ़ से आए।
चंडीगढ़ से
हाँ
ना?
जी हाँ जी।
वो हम लोग का भाषा मालूम नहीं।
आपका भाषा?
गारो
भाषा नहीं अभी अभी।
साइकिलिंग?
हाँ साइकिलिंग।
ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया है।
मेरे पास टेंट है, थोड़ा सेफ जगह चाहिए।
जहाँ पे ये बंगार है इधर में, ये दुकान।
हाँ,
इधर में सो जाओ।
तो वहाँ कोई होगा रात में?
होगा, बंगार होगा इधर में।
आप उनसे बात करके बोल सकते हैं मेरे लिए, है ना? प्लीज। Okay, this is the place. They are asking for the permission if we can sleep. So other laborers are also sleeping here. Let's see.
They introduced me to the construction worker.
इसका साथ सोएगा ना?
कैसे दादा? ठीक है आप? लाइट मैंने बंद किया लो।
हिंदी मालूम नहीं है।
हिंदी बोल तो रहे हो आप? इधर में सोएगा, सुबह जाएगा 5-6 बजे, 6 बजे जाएगा। आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं? हाँ, ओके, चलो, थैंक यू। आपका नाम? अनिरुल। और आपका? गुलामीन। ओके, और आपका क्या नाम है दोस्त? मस्तांग संगमा। ओके, चलो, थैंक यू।
So as they suggested, I stayed with a group of laborers who are from Assam working on constructing these roadside stalls. They advised me to not to pitch my tent outside because in the night all the drunkards and drug addicts might disturb me.
ये लोग आएगा तो तंग करेंगे, तो फिर किधर सो सकता है? यहीं सो जाऊँ फिर आपके? यहाँ सो जाऊँगा फिर, क्या प्रॉब्लम है ना?
यही प्रॉब्लम।
कितने लोग हैं इसमें? आप 3 लोग हैं? 4 लोग हैं इधर। हाँ, तो इधर साइड में मैं सो जाऊंगा, मेरे पास है बिछाने ओढ़ने का, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। साइकिल कहाँ कर सकते हैं खड़ा? खाना बनाने के बाद इधर रख देंगे। ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया।
So I slept in that room on my mattress inside my sleeping bag. I had my dinner with them in their kitchen.
बाहर तो काफी ठंडा है। चोखा बना रहे हो? है ना, चोखा बोलते हैं ना इसको?
आलू
चटनी। बिहार में इसको चोखा बोलते हैं। बंगाली में क्या बोलते हैं? आलू होता। भोता। दाल ही खा रहा हूँ मैं जब से मेघालय में आया हूँ। हो गया खाना स्टार्ट हमारा।
After that, I went inside the room and slept. So this is how my day came to an end. But what about the story of Susangma? So here it goes. She lived inside the cave until the earth recovered from the damage caused by the sun god. Finally, Susangma and her son came out of the cave, and this child was no ordinary boy. He grew up and became the first king of Garo tribe. He led his people with the wisdom and courage, and under his rule, the Garo tribe flourished. Since then, the Garo people have worshipped Susangma as their protector and divine mother. They believe she still watches over them, guiding and protecting them from the harm. And so the story of Susangma lives on, passed down through generations. It reminds the Garo people how their powerful goddesses and their glorious past was. Today, I have covered a distance of 50.4 km at an average of 4.9 km per hour. Today, I have climbed an altitude of 1219 meters. My total expenses of the day are ₹60 for that sabji bhat and a cup of tea. Morning tea was provided by the petrol pump staff, and dinner was provided by these construction workers. The banana which I purchased, I am still having all of them. So the total is ₹60 only. What did I learn today? So I have learned that stories like Susangma teaches us the struggle lead to strength, and every battle we fought with courage leaves a legacy of hope and inspiration. Imagine this story when they are passing it to their generations, what kind of a courage and hope they are getting for their life. So when I travel, I came across different kind of a folk tales, different kind of a story. If you liked this story of Susangma and the way I have told you, then please write into the comment section and tell about this. If you are interested in such kind of a story of my journey, then subscribe to my channel World Wanderer Cycling on a Budget and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of my videos first. I got caught in a situation about which I was warned by all the locals. What was that situation and how could I come out of those safely? It is an episode of Facing the Fear with Adaptability. I'm giving you the link of that video here. After this, please go and watch that. And those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. Please say them thanks on my behalf. That's all for now. Take care of yourself. We will meet soon with the story of a new day in a new video. Till then, take care, keep smiling. Bye bye.